Niger Delta people are not good for chief of army staff. They are not good for police IG. They are not good for chief of defense staff. They are not good to be nominated, as top Supreme Court judges. They are not good for anything meaningful. They are not good for head of custom. It is Hausa Fulani that is good. But the Niger Delta oil is good to be used as collateral for loan. They have finished Nigeria. And Tinubu is trying to be politically correct.
So Tompolo, Governor Tompolo, Abi, that's what they call him. They don't talk. Say. In fact, he don't accuse the Navy of complicity for waiting concern the oil theft on Nigeria. This one, as Nigeria so far don't record about 1.8 million barrels in terms of production. What also don't be near at 2.5 million OPEC quarter, right? But they talk say in several locations, Nigerian Navy don't shoot at him people where the people get contracts to protect our oil facility, generally pipelines and all that. They don't shoot at DSS, they don't shoot at even NSCDC at several locations. In fact, he talk say for Port Harcourt recently, say them been they argue when it be say them and army get face off towards say because of the particular vessel where join hand to collect Baba oil we be say they track to expose him, one expose the vessel, but Nigerian Navy, they battle with them. That means they are aiding and abetting the stealing of our oil. That's what it means. Well, Dr. Deji, Mosholade here with me for the house, and I would like to put one inside this. Now, Dr. Deji, oil now the biggest resources we get till today, even though still they try to look towards non-oil exports, but it's still our greatest exports and now our treasure, even though we also get other natural resources we need to pay attention to. But why do we have this endemic corruption in our oil industry? Because a lot of people don't talk and say the oil where they take not be straw that they use drink and come out.
Okay,
now
question.
big vessels. How come a whole Nigerian Navy go day and then people go to move barges and vessels of oil off the shores of Nigeria, off our waterways, and will not go fit give account of them?
Okay, great question. Let me answer it holistically. First, you want to ask yourself that in a country of law and order, in a country that has security agencies that are constitutionally instituted, you want to ask yourself that on what ground will you hire what I can call a private militia to secure your oil assets when you have security agencies that is their constitutional role? That is one. For want of time.
Remember the private militia and ex-militant too?
Yes.
Where they also destroy those same property when they give out to man now.
That is an indictment on the security agencies itself. Because it's like you having a gate man and you still decide to go and pay maybe a security outfit to come and be guiding you out. You want to ask yourself, what is the essence of that gate man? So if you are given money, and let's break this thing down a little bit, you are given billions of naira to Tompolo and his boys that naturally, according to the laws of Nigeria, do not have security training. These are not state actors, or if you want to polish it, you can say private militia. And you give them billions of naira. Whereas the real people, the people that are in charge of security of the country, ranging from the DSS to the Navy to the police to the, name anything that you like. These guys, you want to ask yourself, what is their salary? And if you look at it, that an average civil defense and the people that will do that operation, I am a bit familiar with the ranking in the Nigerian police force. So let me use the police for example. So inspector downward are people that will mostly be used for that operation, which is like the sergeant, constable, this rank and files. And you want to ask yourself, how much is their salary? Some of them are earning less than 100,000 naira. Some of them 100,000. Some of them less than 200,000 naira. And you give billions of naira. You give it to Tompolo. What does that mean? What that means is that these people, you have first of all insulted them, then you are putting them at risk. They now have to find extra means to survive. It means that there are now 3 layers of thieving. The first layer is that of the federal government itself, that when the oil money is being made, you have people at the NNPCL that is never accountable to anybody that are thieving. The second layer, for the sake of this analysis, boils down to the private militia guys that they receive billions of naira. Doesn't mean that they won't steal oil into the oil vessel, because when they went into this advocacy, they started for protecting the interest of the people. But if you look at it, the people that they say they are fighting for are poor. When they started, they are poor, but now they are billionaires, if not trillionaires. They are stupendously rich. Look at Asari Dokubo. What was his net worth before he started this activism, and what is his net worth now? Look at the likes of Tompolo and a host of them. So they themselves are profiting themselves. So if you like, give them the whole Nigeria money. They still have that entitlement spirit that this money is their own. Then the third layer of thieving is that of the security agencies themselves. That you have given the work to Tompolo doesn't mean that you would eradicate or you would sack the security agencies from the whole Niger Delta. You are expecting that a man that is trained in the act of security to be working with untrained people. The untrained people, the non-state actors, are being paid higher than the trained constitutionally instituted authorities. And you now want to see that these people, when they find themselves in the Niger Delta, whereby you find some top military guys struggling to be posted to oil-rich communities, is for the sake of to be able to align and perpetuate oil bunkering. So
that's the position.
Yes, so the 3 layer of tipping, you have the top police guys, the top military guys. They want to buy house in Dubai as well. They want to buy house in New York. They want to buy house in Lekki Aja. They want to follow the most beautiful girls. They want to drive the fast cars, And it is from this oil. Tompolo wants to establish himself more, and he have different layers of guys. And that's why when you trace, for instance, a pipeline from Port Harcourt in River State to Otueke, for instance, if you trace an oil pipeline, you may find no less than about 500 vandalized loopholes whereby everybody is scooping the oil. So you would see that there is no way there won't be confrontation, because the non-state actors, the private militia, the boys of Tompolo, are acting on the authority of the state, right? So, in fact, they will even tell themselves that they are a state actor because they were empowered by the state. That's another argument that can fly anyway, So they may disagree with you when you call them non-state actor, because it is the state that empowers them. So they to their state actor, then you have people that are really in charge of the state. So when everybody wants to steal, there is no way. And when these people now wants to feel superior than the military guys, or when they want to hinder their operation, it's either a chop-by-chop basis. For instance, even when people are not doing oil bunkering, the police and military are usually high-handed. A policeman will drive without driver's license. A policeman, we pass one way. They believe that it is their right. Now imagine a policeman and a military with that kind of orientation finding themselves in an oil-rich area. The answer speaks for itself. So there is this power struggle, if I can use that word. Yes, power struggle is what led to that, not the patriotism to the Nigerian entity itself.
So just a second. So you do not think that Tompolo and his team were being patriotic to live up to their job by trying to protect the pipeline, or doing the job that they gave them contract to do?
I don't.
You don't believe so?
I have carried a scientific research in the Niger Delta before, and I can tell you that the way Nigerian leaders are being elected into office to manage public funds, and they steal. And Tompolo I've been seeing them stealing since when he was a baby. The same thing that Tompolo is in the Niger Delta doesn't mean that he won't be scooping oil. If he is not scooping the oil, his boys are scooping the oil. It is a known fact in the Niger Delta. It is something that it is common. Everybody are using their power to enrich themselves. Do you want to hear the truth? Some politicians are even complicit. Some politicians are working, senators, governors, there are some people that are working in conjunction with these guys. If a vessel is coming, go there, now for so person.
So
bring people in
how
power.
do we now end this
So, and that
corruption?
is why.
Because it's our common wealth,
And that's
our
why,
common natural resources.
and that's why the money is never enough. Because it would never be enough, because there's no technology to track the money. And our politicians have shown the police and military guys and the Niger Delta boys that wealth is never enough. That wealth, when you have access to wealth, you should take it insatiably.
So
and that's what the problem is.
The most painful thing about this is that the same oil that we have is the same oil Saudi Arabia and
let me paint a picture for you.
But they are still using it to develop. See how they have turned their country.
Let me paint a picture for you.
We have other mineral resources. Yet with all of these mineral resources added to oil, we still can't even develop ourselves.
Yeah, you see, let me paint a picture for you. In the sense that, imagine that this studio is oil, is a pipeline, right? Government have contacted you. I am Tompolo. Government have contacted me to protect this studio. You are precious. You are the military or the police. You are naturally an agency of the country. You are meant to protect the oil pipeline. And you can imagine that both of us just want to protect the oil pipeline. What will bring the trouble? Even if you want to be overzealous about it, I'll just leave you that, okay, Shebina, you sabi work. That shows you that what is going on is actually power struggle. What is going on is actually a show of force. And if you send your crew, if you carry out a scientific research in the Niger Delta, you see that everybody is just want to profit himself. There's no loyalty in this country. There's no loyalty. Whether police, whether I'm telling you that there are military guys. See, there are some things that cannot be said on there. There are some things that cannot be said on there. I have seen somebody that a lawyer, my friend some time ago, that some military guys are being court-martialed for oil bunkering. It happens. Ask top military.
The same people we gave access to control.
Ask any top military guys that you know that do military court-martial people for oil bunkering. They do. So it's not everything that we just say. So it is a power struggle between these guys. Nigeria should first of all, the leaders should first of all behave well. When you have a lead, for instance, when Buhari was being sworn in, everybody was afraid that the body language, before they see that, that corruption, na lie.
Na mouth.
Na just mouth, na
so everybody changed.
Everybody changed. So imagine that Buhari had been a good leader, good minister, and for goodness me, how will the money ever be enough? When a nepotistic Buhari, one of the worst that can happen to this country in terms of nepotism.
Is it worse than Tinubu now?
Oh, Buhari is far worse than Tinubu.
Are you serious?
Oh, far worse than Tinubu.
I thought they said Tinubu has taken the nepotism to another angle.
No, far worse than Tinubu. That's an analysis for another day, and I'll break it down.
All right, let's go.
But if I can use 10 seconds, if I can just use just 10 seconds, you see that the same Buhari that is nepotistic use the Niger Delta oil. Niger Delta people are not good for chief of army staff. They are not good for police IG. They are not good for chief of defense staff. They are not good to be nominated, as top Supreme Court judges. They are not good for anything meaningful. They are not good for head of custom. It is Hausa Fulani that is good. But the Niger Delta oil is good to be used as collateral for loan. They have finished Nigeria. And Tinubu is trying to be politically correct. Stay tuned to this channel. We'll make it happen.
Thank you. Kindly drop your comments, of course, subscribe, and like this platform. Turn on the notification button. Thank you, Dr. Luigi.